Okay, I'm gonna be doing this makeup. I look really chopped in this video. Trigger warning if you don't like ugly people. I'm just gonna be yapping mostly about like friendships and stuff, but yeah, let's get into the video. How do I look like that? Anyways, so I usually start with I need to stop doing this. My friend does this all the time. I cannot stop. Anyways, we're gonna start with my eyelashes because, yeah. So my name is Savannah. How old am I? I'm 13. I want to start I want to be, sorry, my dog. I want to be like, I hate the word influencer. Like, I know it's like, people say they hate it all the time, but it's like, an influencer, like, who the hell am I influencing? Like, no one, you know. I just want to be like a content creator, you know. I want to like post things. Like, I don't really care if I make money. I just want like people to know who I am, because, you know, I live in Oregon. Low-key, I don't like living in Oregon. Like, I love the scenery when I go on vacation, like around the area. Don't like the town I live in, hate it. Because I live in a smaller town. I don't live in like a big town. I live in like the border of Washington, you know. Like, I can go to Washington, like, literally there's a town next to my town that's like, we're literally right next to each other. Like, this is the town, this is our town, they're connected, you know. And once I go to the town next to us, I can just cross the bridge and I'm in Washington. Like, you know, so we have more like Washington weather-ish, but when we go like below us to other places like camping and stuff, we go camping like in Oregon because it's like better most of the time. But I like it. I don't like where I live because everyone knows everyone, like, I swear. Like, somehow you're connected. Somehow. Right now, I feel like you ever feel like you just like sound different? Like, I can really hear my voice right now, and it's honestly making me mad, because I don't like, I feel like my teeth are too big for my mouth, so like that's what I feel like I sound like all the time, because, you know, let me put my hair up. My forehead. So I feel like I look bald right now. We're just gonna go like this. So so I filmed a YouTube video with my friend and my best friend, and I don't know if we're gonna post it. Like, we really want to. We want to have like a channel together, but I don't know if we're gonna post a video because I was acting a little on that video, and we're talking crap with the ops. What if we get like 1 million views? We probably won't, but I mean, I tried starting like a TikTok so that like people will know about my YouTube, but then people from my school will see it and I'll get bullied, and I don't like being bullied anymore. I used to get made fun of when I was younger. Like, it wasn't like bullied, but it was like bullied, you know what I mean? Like, no one liked me, especially in elementary school with the mask. No one, like, I had no friends. I still have no friends. Like, I could probably count my friends on my hands, like the friends I actually talk to, because it's summertime right now, and I've talked to 3 people, and it's the same people I talk to all the time. So cute, you know? Like, I just hate that like everyone hates me, because I used to be a really bad person. I can admit that. I was probably one of the worst friends ever to walk this earth, and I still kind of am, but it's mostly because people that want to be my friend, I don't want to be their friend. The people that don't want to be my friend, I want to be their friend. So I feel like I know how it feels to be rejected, even though I like, well, because there's like this one girl that's just like, she's just like a worse friend than I was, you know what I mean? Like, I don't trust her I feel like angles are good. I like just don't trust her, don't fuck with her. Like, it's like, no. And me and her, we were, I didn't like her, but she talked to me because we did sports. And then she hated me because she found out I talked crap about her. Because my best friend now, we were best friends before, and then like this girl made up lies about and rumors about me, and that I said some stuff that I never said. And then me and my best friend were best friends, and then the girl got caught in her lies, and she did the same thing to her that she did to me. So then she's like, oh shit, like I messed up. She apologized, we're friends again, whatever. But this girl, she was friends with them. And she would tell me, even though she talked shit about me, and she knew I talked shit about her, she would still tell me things that they would say about me, or like do, you know? Or like tell people, do. Honestly, it was like bad. Like I said something about people, and or like people that I liked, or like they would just tell them, and it was honestly annoying. But anyways, she would tell me, and then I was like friends with her, because I'm like, oh my god, she's telling me she likes me. And then I thought about it, I'm like, those are her best friends. And she's telling me this. What if I'm her friend? What's she gonna do then? That's the only reason I don't really like her. She also had beef with some of my friends. Cause, yeah. That's the only reason I didn't like her. And then she has this other friend that she's really close to. And she would tell, like we would tell her things. And she would tell this friend, because obviously it's like her best friend. But this girl tells everyone everything. Like it's like, if you're gonna tell her something, maybe you'll want the whole world to know, you know. And that's why I don't trust her. That's the problem with like having friends. Like I have to trust you to want to be your friend. Like if I don't trust you, what's the point of being your friend? I can't tell you anything because you're just gonna tell the whole world. I mean, I used to be like that. So, you know, I used to, like in 5th grade. Here's some of the horrible things I used to do. I'm going to 8th grade, so it's been like 2 years, almost 3 years. It's gonna be my 3rd year of recovering. Anyways, I used to talk shit about all my friends, no matter what. Like, even no matter how close I was to them, I just talk shit about them. Because it was more of things that weren't, like, bad. It was just things that made me mad. And I would just say it. Because I feel like every year I was always in a trio of some sort, which is, like, not a good idea until this year. This year I kind of am. I don't know. I just have my best friend, and then there's this other girl that's also my best friend. It's really close with my best friend, but I don't know if like, and we hang out together. I don't know. I feel like I have my best friend, and then I have like a whole friend group of best friends. You know what I mean? But then that other girl, she's also like one of my closest, so they're my top 2. Anyways, I would talk shit about them. I was in a trio, and this girl, she was such like a bad influence. Like she was a bad friend. Like, and so was I. We all kind of were, but actually we all were. But we were in a trio, and well, kind of like 4, but because there was twins. But we were friends with one of the twins because she was in her class, and then we ended up. I don't know. I think she dropped us. I don't remember. I think she dropped us. I don't remember, but. Or we were like, oh yeah, she's a bad person. So we stopped being friends with her and started being friends with the other twin. Even though we were already friends with both the twins, we just started getting closer to the other one that we weren't as close to. Anyways, before we were in just a trio with the first one that was in our class, she would talk crap about the other one to us, but we're stupid, and we would talk crap with her, and then she would tell the other one so that they would talk crap, and then it would just go back and forth, and then pretty soon it got to me and my best friend now. We're talking crap about the girl. And it was just, we all just, whenever the other one was in there, we would talk crap. But we never talk crap about each other to other people, which, like, at least I wouldn't. I wouldn't talk crap about my best friends to other people besides my other best friends. Which, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, why was I doing that? Like, that's just not okay. And that was one thing she would do. She would do, okay, I know it was a trio, but I wasn't really their friend. I swear. It's too like twice. Cause my mom's really strict, and she didn't like their mom because she went to high school with her. There was a whole bunch of drama in high school, and she's like, oh, I just don't like her mom. Her mom's not a good person, so I don't want you to hang out with them. So I wasn't allowed to hang out with her. but I would FaceTime her secretly and then just delete it. Like, I would delete her contact and everything. And my dad didn't, like, no. He actually didn't like her mom because her mom never wanted to meet people's parents. Like, she would pretend to be in the shower just to not meet their parents. You know? And her mom was not a very good person. Like, my mom was right about her mom. Like, really right about her mom. Which usually my mom isn't. But she was very right this time. She was really right because her mom was not a good person. I mean, she's not a bad person. It was just like, do things that's like, you're a mother, be a mother type of stuff, you know? Anyways, so they would hang out and just like leave me out and lie to me. Well, my best friend would be, well, she was more best friends with them at the time. Because like me and her got distant ever since like they met, you know what I mean? And so she would lie to me because she felt bad. Like, she felt bad just like not hanging out with me. And I remember this one time we're at the rodeo. Well, because there's like the rodeo fair thing at where I live. And she told me, she's like, oh, I can't, because I invited her to go with me and she wanted to go with me. And she's like, oh, sorry, my dad said no. Tell me why I saw them. They were sitting right in front of me. I was crying. I was crying so hard. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know how to tell you because I felt bad because they had invited me before you and I forgot about it. And she said she felt bad. She's like, oh my god, I forgot. Just tell me, girl. Like, just tell me. Because, like, if you don't tell me, then I'm going to talk more shit about you. As I did. And that's when me and her were like, my friendship was like not good. And then we came to 6th grade. She had beef with them because they dropped her over nothing. And then, yeah. I also did a lot of other things. It was mainly talking shit about them. I would never steal. But someone did. Not my best friend, but one of the girls would steal, but it was more like she gave her a gift and then it was her mom bought it and she gave it to her. She didn't ask, she just gave it to her, and her mom said she wanted it back, so she just took it and didn't say anything. And we like, not me, but like she saw her take it. And this girl, she had other friends, like, because she was new to our school. That's why we like met her like later. She was new to our school, so we didn't know her that well. And she had other best friends, like obviously like from her old school, and I bet she talked crap about us because they didn't like my best friend. Because she would hang out with like their friends, like she was part of that friend group. I wasn't because my mom didn't let me hang out with them. I'm glad. I'm honestly glad. I remember one time. Anyways, I remember one time. We listen and we don't judge here. I peed on the trampoline. Okay, that was not my strongest moment because I said I had to pee and I had to pee like really bad. And she was like, okay. She started jumping on the freaking trampoline. I said, girl, no, I actually have to go. And she was like laughing, and I freaking peed myself. And she told everyone I peed on the trampoline. Fake. But also, I was like, I remember I stepped on one of my friend's shoes, like my best friend. Why did I do quotations? She's my best friend. Because I hated her. And because she was talking shit about, I was literally talking shit about her, like, but since I found out she was talking shit about me, I was like, oh, she's a spoiled brat because her grandpa got her new shoes. They're Air Forces and they're brand new, and so I started stepping on her shoes because I didn't like her. Okay, I just made me think about this other girl that was in my most recent trio, that, like, the whole situation where my best friend was my best friend for a few months. So this is all that happened, all my whole side of the story. This girl, if she sees this, she could lie about, like, oh my god, I never did that. Savannah was just such a bad friend, and that I didn't know how to drop her. Girl, so, honestly, I feel like I'm really annoying. I feel like I put my foot in my mouth a lot. I say mean things to my friends a lot, and I feel like if you don't want to be a friend, I'll be sad about it, but I understand. You know what I mean? I understand, like, I may not be the best friend, so if you don't want to be my friend, it's like, understandable. I'm kind of annoying too. So this girl, I don't know what I did to her. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, she just lied upon lies that built up so that she couldn't really tell the truth. Otherwise, she would admit to everything she lied about. I don't know what I did. I didn't talk shit about her. I said one thing, which was I posted a video on TikTok where it was like, remember that channel was like, maybe one day I'll get married and you'll be my man of honor? I was in a trio and she posted one for just me. She didn't post it for our like other friend. And so I felt bad. Like, I didn't want to post it because I'm like, oh my god, I'm leaving her out. Like, I didn't feel like, you know, I wanted to do that. So I posted it anyway because she posted it for me. I felt bad. Not. So I told my other friend, I was like, yeah, I kind of felt forced to post it. I didn't want to post it. And she told me like later on, like, oh yeah, I told her that. But that was after she said you were talking crap about me. Which I've never said anything about. Like, yeah, like literally, I was trying so hard. I'm like, oh my god, maybe I said something. I was like, you know when you think so hard? Never said anything bad about her. Like, you know? And you know what she said I called her? Pepperoni face. I'm editing right now, and how I said, like, I called her pepperoni face. This light's really bright. I'm just gonna close my eyes. So the girl, her, like, so we were also friends with these twins that were friends with us, and one of the twins is our friend, and then the other twin is that one girl that made up the lies is best friend. So we're best friends with one twin, and then she's best friend with the other twin. And the twin wasn't friends with her for a little bit. I don't remember. She was like debating on whether to be friends with her and stuff. And she admitted to us that they both made up the pepperoni face like lie because they just didn't want to be friends with me. So they admitted to making it up, and then the girl still said I said it. Never, like, I tried to dig deep in my memories. I remember, I was like really pissed at her. I'm like, you believe her over me, but it's like we were all best friends. Why would she lie about that? Well, you know, and I had a history of talking shit, so I understood why she believed me. And there was all this beef. They were telling everyone my secrets, everyone that I had said things about, or like I was friends with that I didn't want to be friends with. But I can't drop people. I've tried, I can't do it. I feel too bad. It hurts my soul because I know how it feels to not have it, like a lot of friends, you know? So it took everything in me to like not drop some people, and so that's why they told everyone that I talk crap about, because try to get me not to have friends, which when I stopped being friends with them, I made more friends because no one liked them. Still no one likes them. Even my best friend, most of my friends don't like her, but it's okay. Like, I don't care if people don't like her. I'm friends with her and I'm friends with her. You know what I mean? Like, she's my best friend. I'm not gonna. And a lot of people told me like, oh, she's a horrible friend to you, but I'm a horrible friend to her sometimes, and some other people. So I'm like, if that was me, I wouldn't just want people to just drop me over mistakes, you know? And she's done mistakes, I've done mistakes, we move past it. You know, like, she's not a horrible friend to me, I'm not a horrible friend to her, we're just friends, and people make mistakes. That's my opinion on it. And so anyways, they would say stuff, but one of my friends at the time was friends with them, so like two of them, so they would tell me like everything. Also that other girl, so 3 people were telling me a lot of things they said. And the only reason and the only reason that other girl would tell me, like their best friend would tell me, is because they didn't consider her their best friend. You know what I mean? They considered her like just their friend, and when we were friends, they would talk shit about her too. But then I stopped talking shit about her until recently, where I was like, I kind of wanted to drop her, but then I changed my mind because I felt bad. That was mainly the shit talking I said, was just that she is kind of being annoying right now because she was doing some things to one of my close friends, and I'm like, you're not gonna like talk shit and say all this stuff about her, and then when she asks you about it, be like, oh no, and like that's the one reason I don't like her, is because she didn't own up to it, and that made me really mad, which I should like, that's why I didn't drop her. I shouldn't be mad over something she did to someone that wasn't me. You know what I mean? I can't find my foundation. And so that's why I'm still friends with her, because she doesn't deserve that. Anyways, she said I had things on Snapchat, like messages, but they just went away. I'm not allowed to have Snap, so I was always, like, notifications were off, or I was logged out of it. So I would just send streaks to her, and, like, maybe message, like, sometimes, but I would send messages on text most of the time. So when because me and my best friend, we started doing basketball, and so we told each other, like, oh yeah, we're not gonna, I want everything to be chill, like, even, we don't have to like each other, we can hate each other all we want, but it's right, we can be like, you don't have to like me, I don't have to like you, but at the end of the day we have to be okay because we're doing basketball. And she's like, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm so lucky that she did basketball too, because then, you know, we didn't like, we were able to become friends again because she did basketball, and I was so grateful for that. But we started talking more, and finally that girl dropped her, like the girl that dropped me dropped her, and she started telling me like the things, like, and the girl would literally, the first day she dropped me, she didn't drop me, she just didn't talk to me. All she did was just not talk to me. And my best friend at the time, she tried to talk to me, but she wouldn't let her. She's like, oh, she's, you know what she did to you, right? She knows she did it. And when we became friends again, she was like, oh, every time I try to talk to you or something, she'd be like, oh, remember what she did to you? And she was like, I was gonna be friends with her, but she would not let me, like, you know, talk to you, because she said I was such a horrible person. Why is she talking to me? Which is like, for me, like, if you want to be friends with the ops, I don't care, as long as you don't tell the ops things, you know what I mean? Like if I don't like someone and you're friends with them, I don't care, as long as, like, you know, you're not like talking bad about me behind my back to them, I'm fine with it. Like, if you guys are friends, you can be friends, but I don't, like, you know, I don't care. And so that happened, and she was like, oh yeah, she was like, remember what she did to you? And she said it started seeming like she just didn't want me to be friends with you or talk to you. And she said, like, things were on, like, messages that she didn't have anymore, and she just said a bunch of stuff that she couldn't remember. I called her pepperoni face. I would never call her that. And I was mad at her for a long time, because I'm like, you believed that thing over me, like. And then so she would just say I said, like, it was mostly just saying I talk crap about her. And my friend basically apologized, and she's like, I want to be friends with you, but I didn't know who, like, I thought maybe it was true because our other best friend is telling me all this stuff. And, like, okay, I get it. Like, I get why she believed her. I would too, to be honest. And yeah, so this girl, there's a whole bunch of stuff. There was, like, drama. I almost fought her. My mom said you can't fight her though, otherwise you're getting homeschooled, because she knew I was about to do it. So I didn't do it. And then one of my friends, like, on the last day of school, she really wanted to fight that girl. She's like, she just really hated her because, oh my god, she just made me so mad. Like, she was my best friend for not that long, actually, but me and her were best friends, and she had her in it. Anyways, she now, like, in the, like, last few, like, weeks of school, she tried being friends with me. Girl, not after that. And so oh my god, there's a girl, like, across here, like, close your eyes again. But it's okay. On the, like, you know, the last week of school, she tried to be my friend and stuff, and I'm like, no. But my best friend, the reason why she dropped my best friend is because she was hanging out with her boyfriend more than she was with her. Insecure much. Anyways, I was talking to her, I was like, my best friend, I was like, if you want to be friends with her again, I don't care. Because she didn't do much. She just dropped you because, you know, she was like, you weren't really hanging out with her, and that's really the only reason she dropped you. But I don't want to be friends with her again because she made up lies about me, so, and told a bunch of people my secrets. So why would I want to be friends with her again, you know what I mean? I was like, I respect if you want to be friends with her again. You guys were really closer than I was. And, well, she was closer to her than I was closer to her. And I was like, I understand if, like, yeah, I want to be friends with her again. And she's like, I want to be chill with her. I don't really want to be friends with her because she dropped me over nothing and talked shit about me for nothing. And I was like, that is true, but she tried to be friends with me. She, you know what happened? The day she dropped her, she was like, do you want to be friends again? And I didn't know that she had dropped her, so I was like, oh yeah. And then lunchtime came, we weren't best friends at the time, but she was crying in the bathroom. I was like, the same day you're trying to be friends with me, she's crying in the bathroom just like I was. Yeah, I was crying and she did not care. And she had made fun of me for crying. The girl. And I shoved them against the wall and she was scared and she thought I was actually gonna fight her, but I wasn't allowed to. And I actually was going to, but it's okay. And she snitched to the because the vice principal is our disciplinary guy, but he was gone that week, so I didn't get in trouble. And I was super happy that I didn't get in trouble, which I feel like I'm gonna get karma some way from that, like, you know. But they were just saying so much stuff to me in the halls, like when I would walk past them, they'd be like, so-and-so's so cute, and it's the person I liked, and they knew it, and I didn't like him no more, so it was like bugging me. Or they would just say just stuff in the halls, like that would just make me mad. Or just like, it was usually that. It would be like, so-and-so's cute, and I was like, what? But they would say that most of the time, and then they would say other things, and they'd be like, I don't remember what they would say, but they would, I remember one time my friend, she was like, she was my friend at the time, but she was like, don't I have such bad acne? And I was like, no, you don't. And I was like, it's just red, because, like, you know, because I never said that, and I had no clue what they were talking about, because they didn't even talk to me, like, girl. Anyways, they had said that, and then I had no clue what was going on. They ignored me for like 2 or 3 days, and I finally took the hint, and I stopped sitting with them at lunch, like, trying to sit with them, stopped trying to talk to them, you know. And pretty soon she's like, oh yeah, I don't want to be friends with you. Okay, I knew that, you know what I mean, like, I'm not stupid. And I talked to the girl, because I was crying in class, and the teacher's like, because it was in our science class, and he doesn't like sending people to the counselor's office because he knows it doesn't like help anything. So he's like, do you want to go for a walk outside? You know what I mean? I was like, yes, I want to go for a walk because I don't want to be in this classroom while everyone watches me cry. And she was like, can I go with her? I was like, oh my god, she's gonna talk to me and I'm gonna kill myself. And he was like, yeah. And she was like, I was like, she was like, I don't remember what happened, how we got in the conversation. I was like, I think I said, why won't you talk to me or something like that, because she would just not talk to me. Like she was not talking to me at all. Like she would just ignore me. And I don't remember, I don't remember who said what first. And she was like, no, I didn't say that. She said, I was kind of being like a bad friend or something. She was like, yeah, you were talking crap about me. And she was like, yeah, you said that, like, that video I posted about you didn't want to post it or whatever. And I was like, that's not what I said. And she's like, you didn't mean it and you didn't want to post it. And I was like, that's not what I said. I had said that I didn't want to post it because I felt bad for Arya for being left out. I felt bad for her friend being left out. And she was like, oh, like, she's just such a snob. And she's like, oh, well, she's like, oh. I was like, yeah. And then she was like, well, you stepped up, because I had told her, like, because me and my best friend, we've been friends since 4th grade, because she didn't like me, because she thought I was a weird kid, but then she met me and she was like, oh, I actually like her. Anyways, we were just talking, like, about, like, we were telling stories about, like, in 5th grade, and that was one of the stories that I had told her, like, when I stepped on her shoes, because I didn't like her. And she was like, oh, well, you stepped on her shoes because you were jealous of her. I was like holding back tears already because I was crying, and I really just want to be like, what? And I was like, that was in 5th grade, and I was like, I wasn't jealous of her, I didn't like her, and I was in 5th grade. And she was like, oh, and she was laughing because I was crying. So, bitch, I'm not being friends with you ever again. Like, what? And she just said, oh, and then we got back to the class, and it was awkward. She moved classes because she didn't want to be in my class anymore, so she moved to the other science class, which is where my best friend was in, because we had the same class period. So she moved there, and then they stopped being friends, and then it was like, you know, awkward with them. And so Yeah, that's why I'm not friends with her no more, because she wants to be a little liar and ruin people's friendships. And I don't even know why she did it. Like, I'm genuinely just curious, like, why she did it. Like, because they had a sleepover without me, because originally supposed to be all of us. If only my dad said yes for me to go to that sleepover. If only my dad said yes. Because they had a sleepover together, and they were talking, and then somehow I got brought up, and that's how they didn't want to be friends with me no more. So I don't know what happened on that sleepover. And she just told me that she was just talking crap about me. You know, and she said I had said a bunch of things, and that's what I know, but I don't even know what actually happened because I wasn't there. Obviously, they wouldn't even say anything in front of me. So I just want to know why, what happened, because I don't even know really what happened now. I still don't know. That nose contour wasn't good. I need like highlighter. All my makeup's at my mom's house, and it's making me mad. This is gonna be a long video. I'm gonna have to edit this. Anyways, I tried posting a YouTube video before. My dog keeps scaring me. It was not a good video. Let's just say that if this gets 0 views, I don't really care. Cause I'm just gonna keep making them until something happens. I hate that like I can only film videos at my dad's house. Cause I hate like when people hear me talking to myself. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, like my parents are gonna be like, who are you talking to? And my dad makes fun of influencers. He's like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because he doesn't know that like I post on TikTok sometimes, or that I tried to start YouTube channel, like, you know. He's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he was making a joke because I was with like my family and stuff, and he made a joke to my uncle. Well, he was joking around with my uncle, and he was talking to me, and he was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? An influencer? Well, you know, it's awkward. But I just was like, no. And he was like, and then they were like laughing and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, I got this stuff wet on accident because my makeup stuff exploded in my bag. This bag is stained from my foundation, so I have like no foundation left because it was all of my stuff. And I'm actually low-key really mad because it wasted like half the bottle and ruined my bag. It's not even my bag, it's my brother's bag. So honestly, not that big a deal. I feel like I'm not doing good on my makeup game. Like, I used to be decent at doing my makeup, but now I'm just like horrible. Like, I literally suck at everything. So yeah, that girl also posted me on TikTok. I posted a video about her, but it was like more like so like relatable content, and that's like it was because I was in that situation about how they were just like being rude and stuff. I don't remember. Oh, I remember this. It was a cringe video too. I didn't take it down because it got a good, like, it didn't get 1,000 likes, but it got like 100, so I kept it up because I don't want to look like I get no likes, so I kept the video up. I still have it up, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I had the video up, but this girl, it wasn't even about her. It was about my best friend. It was literally about her, and this girl thought it was about her. Like, girl, not everything about you. And so it was like, it's honestly, when I think about it, it's kind of cringe. It was like when they could talk so much shit but can't do shit. Cause, oh my god, they were just saying stuff, and then they were scared that I was gonna fight them. Like, I almost fought them. I almost did. But my mom got mad at me. Anyways, yeah, she did, but before that, when we first were friends, she was like, no matter how close you are, they're still gonna talk shit about you. How did I get brought up before and talking shit about me? Clocked. Anyways, she posted that, and she posted a picture of me. It was a picture of me and her because we went to this event thing, and she posted. I still have the things, like the pictures. Actually, I'll go grab them. Right here, I found them. There's multiple. I kind of like it's on fire. these are the pictures. Okay, I kept them because when we first weren't friends, I kept them because I'm like, what if we become friends? Sorry, my drawer wouldn't close. I was like, what if we become friends again? Like, I'm not gonna throw like a memory away. But now I don't want to be friends with her like out loud at all. So I don't know what to do with them because I hate throwing away stuff. I just hate throwing away pictures, like deleting pictures off my phone of my friends, because even if we're not friends anymore, like what if I want to look back at that? Like what if I want to miss you, you know? So I'm gonna keep them, but they're in my drawer. I had them hidden for a while, you know, because I don't know. I just don't know what to do with them. I don't want to throw them away, but then at the same time, me and her are never gonna be friends again, so what's the point in keeping them? I don't know. I'm just a little like, I'm one of those people who hate throwing away things. I'm a hoarder, but also like nostalgia gets me too much. It's like I cannot throw away things for the life of me. Anyways, this base is horrible. What am I doing? Yeah, so I just can never throw anything away, no matter how much I don't want it or don't like it. The base isn't eating like it usually does, but it's okay. And she posted those on TikTok, and it's like, no matter how close friends you are, they're still gonna talk crap. And I commented, someone's upset. I commented on her post, someone's upset, because she freaking viewed my profile, like, on her other account, like I wasn't gonna see it, because she unfollowed me on everything, and then she viewed my profile. So I viewed her profile back, because I'm like, you know, and I was gonna go check her reposts to see if like she reposted anything about me. Fuck up yourself. And lo and behold, the only video you have up was a video of me, a girl, and cause she was so obsessed with like, I don't want to say it with me, but you know, it was to that point. And I said, someone's obsessed is what I commented, because you could have just made a generic video. You didn't have to post me. And when I said that, she texted me and she was like, I'm not the one obsessed, you're the one obsessed. And I was like, well, you love to post videos about me. And she's like, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, oh, you're so cool. And she's like, you're right, I am. And I said something mean back, and then we could just, every time she would always text me first and then just say something, and then she would do this thing where she would text me and then I would text her back and she would just leave me undelivered. So I started doing that to her. Like I would just never answer her. And one time she texted me, she's like, do you want to be friends again? I said yeah, and she's like, what'd she say? I was like yeah, because it was like the same week that we had stopped being friends. I was like, I miss this girl so much, because like, you know, sorry, I keep looking out my window, and I was like, I miss our friendship. Like we had such a good friendship, and I missed it so much because I didn't have a lot of friends. It was literally, I didn't have any friends, so I hated losing friends because it makes me cry. Like I just can't lose a friend. And she was like, well, that sucks, with the laughing emoji, and I just didn't respond because I'm like, you're that big of a bitch. And then she texted me like the next day or like later that night, I don't remember, it was like a while after, and she's like, that was so rude, like I shouldn't have said that. Damn right you shouldn't have said that. And she was like, I do want to be friends with you again, but I just think that we should take a break from our friendship. Okay. And I think that's what I said. I think I said okay, and I was like, I replied and I was like, yeah, I was messed up, but I was like, I'm sorry, I was messed up. Why am I apologizing for something that like wasn't that big a deal? Like, I understand what I said was honestly like I shouldn't have said it, but it was not that big a deal to like start all this drama. She had this, and my friends warned me too, because she was friends with one of my friends that has moved, like she moved to like 6 hours away. She moved 6 hours away from us, or something like that, like 6 to 8 hours. She moved away because her dad works for Amazon, so they're always moving. And I always feel bad because she always moves, and she was best friends with her and another girl, and she was in the like trio of them, and then she left the trio to be friends with me and Aria, me and my best friend. And she left the friend group for that, and they literally had so much beef with her, saying that she was a horrible friend, all this stuff. And she would tell me about it. She'd be like, oh yeah, like they won't let me talk to you because they don't like you. And they didn't like me at first because she had a crush on this girl had a crush on my brother. So that's why we had beef before we were like close friends, you know what I mean? And so this girl's like, oh yeah, she doesn't let me talk to you because she doesn't like you, and she says you're a horrible person and all this stuff. Girl, I talked to you once, but what I said to her was kind of rude. It actually was really rude. I actually regret saying, because I didn't realize what I was saying was rude, and so because my friend was with me, and she's like, oh my god, I didn't know you were mean like that to people. I was like, what? And she's like, that was so rude. And I was like, and she was laughing because me and her were like, she didn't mean like rude, like she was like laughing. And I was like, what? And she's like, I didn't know you could be rude like that to people. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, what you said was just rude. And I was like, and I kind of felt bad at saying that. I was like, I don't care, because I don't talk to this girl. People say she used to be a furry or something. I didn't care. And what I said was because she liked my brother. And I was like, oh, he called you ugly, by the way. Which is so rude. Like, why? I don't understand why I said that. Like, it just kind of came out because, like, I asked him about it, and it just kind of came out, and I should never said that. Like, that was honestly probably the rudest thing I've ever said to anyone. Anyways, and so they were such a horrible friend to her, and I always felt bad for her because they wouldn't talk to her some days. They would just ignore her sometimes because she would hang out with other people. And they said that they didn't like her hanging out with other people that they weren't friends with, which I kind of understand, but I was like, they wouldn't let her make other friends unless they were friends with them before she was. 1 second. Sorry about that. My mom was texting me. Anyways, so what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, God, I remember what I was saying now. Anyways, so she had all these, like, they made rules kind of for her. Like, there was a lot of things they wouldn't let her do. Not like do, but like, she just couldn't be friends with like anyone. Like, they would get jealous and they wouldn't talk to her, and I felt so bad. And yet I was still friends with her after, because I was just like thinking like, oh, I don't even know her like really well, you know. I was like, I don't really know her. Maybe it's just like something happened, or like maybe I don't know the exact context of why she did those things, you know what I mean? And then I became friends with her, and like, you know, I don't regret being friends with her because it was like, I loved hanging out with her, but it was just, I can't be friends. Now that I think about it, it's like, I can't be friends with you anymore because of how much you hurt me. How much you made my best friend not be my best friend with me. You said all this stuff about me. You made lies about me just because you didn't want to be friends with me anymore. And I almost took you back as a friend twice. And yeah. And so the only reason she wanted to be friends with me is because I was going to be her backup friend. The first, like, the time she actually was trying to be my friend. Which is so fucked up, like, you know? And I read, okay, this is horrible, so don't do this to your friends. But me and my friends are open about our messages. We don't really care if we look through each other's messages because there's nothing to hide, like, from each other. Like, I let her go through my phone. I don't really care. I let her go through my pictures. She doesn't care. It's like, if she tells me not to go through, like, certain people's messages, I won't, like, you know? But she usually just tells me she doesn't care. And so I went through, like, them two messages. So she let me go through them two messages because she just wanted to, like, show me, like, their conversations that they had. So she let me look up things, or she let me look at my name to, like, I looked up my name to see, like, what they were talking about, you know? And one of the things that was said was, oh my god, like, she's like, I wanted to be your friend, but you got so mad because I was trying to be her friend and you didn't like her, which is not what happened. Every time Aria would talk to me, because we did basketball, this girl would flip out, like, huh? Like, you can't just go put that back on someone else knowing that's not true, you know what I mean? Which also makes me mad because, like, why are you lying? Like, you know? And I read those messages. They were just not funny, but it's just like, you're catching yourself in lies. I'm pretty sure my friend said, go get Jesus. You need Jesus. One of them said that to each other, and I'm like, you know, it's kind of stupid. I feel like my makeup looks horrible, but on camera it looks really cakey, but on my mirror it looks even worse. And yeah, so yeah, and I'm still thinking, like, no, I'm not really thinking about being friends with her, but at the same time, I'm like, what if that was me? You know what I mean? Like, what if I messed up? But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't make up things about people. Like, maybe I would drop you and feel bad about it and then won't be friends with you again. But I'm not gonna make up things. You know what I mean? But if I did, I would want someone to forgive me. But then again, you shouldn't have done that in the first place. You know what I mean? That's the only problem I have, is why'd you do it? Type of thing. Like, what was your motive? Tell me what's your motive. What's your motive? You know, that was the only really thing. I was like, why'd you do it? But she can't tell me because she made so many lies that she got stuck in. Now she can't tell me, which is kind of sad because you ruined our friendship for nothing. I need a color. What color should I do my lips? Do you know, cocoa? I'm gonna put like a little darkness on them to make them, you know. Also, okay, now more shitty things I've done as a friend. This one's recent. There's this girl that I'm friends with, but I did this and I feel so bad. And this is like the reaction. Like, this is one of my closest, like, she's my best, like, she's like my best friend. Like, she's the girl that's best friends with my, like, we're kind of in a trio, but not really. I don't know how to describe it because I don't know who I'm closer to be honest. But me and this girl are really close, okay? And I screwed up so bad. Like, I have done horrible things to my friends that they would never do to me. And I still feel really bad and really guilty about it. And surprised she even forgave me. So, I was talking to this one girl, which I'm close to this girl. We're not close anymore. She doesn't like me anymore. But I don't know. I think she blocked me, to be honest. But it's this girl that I used to be like pretty close to because she's one of my only friends when my best friend stopped being friends with me. Even though I used to talk shit about her, she was still like, I don't care. My best friends have done it to me and I'm still friends with them. So she was still friends with me, and we would hang out all the time. But I think she got mad because I forgave the girls and started hanging out with her less, which is really messed up to do to someone. So she stopped being friends with me, I think, for that reason, which I understand. Well, she didn't really stop being friends with me. She stopped talking to me, which, honestly, I understand that because, you know, I kind of used her. If we're being honest, I pretty much used her as a backup friend, which she was my friend in the beginning. Like, even when I was friends with them, I would still hang out with them. And I had said that, like, on my birthday party, she was acting a little annoying sometimes. I had this birthday party. I hated everyone there. Well, I didn't hate everyone, but, like, they're my friends. But they were just not being good, you know what I mean? And my best friend was there, and she was like, oh yeah, she was acting like a pick-me there. And I was like, oh, she kind of was. And then I had said, like, she did something that just made me really mad. And I said it was kind of annoying. And they told her that I called her a pick-me and annoying. Not my best friend now, but the other girl did. But everyone didn't know her name. So they would blame it on my best friend, even if it wasn't her. Even if she even wasn't there, they correlated them together, so it would always get blamed on her, and that's why I almost fought her, even though some of it wasn't her. Anyways, they told her, and even though she knew about it, she was still friends with me. Anyways, I was talking to her, and my best friend was going through something that I shouldn't have told anyone. Oh, I still think about it to this day and feel super guilty, and I feel really bad. But she was talking to this guy, but he was like, he was a twin. and his brother was talking about how she was gonna do what she did to her ex to him, which her ex, let's just say he wasn't the best boyfriend. And so she was talking to this other guy while she was dating someone, which is not something you should do. But she did it anyway, because him and her were really close. Like, they were really close friends. And he liked her. And she was like, I'm thinking about leaving my boyfriend. You know? She's like, I'm thinking about leaving him and getting with him because I kind of like him more. Like, I like both of them. And then she got over it. And she's like, oh, I'm over him. Like, it was just kind of a phase. Like, I think it's just because he liked me. And I was like, you know, someone likes me, you know? And so she told her, she's like, I need my boyfriend to tell him before, like, that I used to like that guy, before he finds out by other people. And so she told, I don't remember if she told him or not, but somehow she was like, oh yeah, it was just a phase, I liked him for a week. And then he broke up with her because she was like talking to other guys and cheating on him, but apparently. I mean, I understand why he was mad, but you know. And so that had happened, and the boy that she was dating, his cousin, told her, oh, she's going to high school and she's probably just going to do the same thing she did to her ex to you, is what his brother and his cousin and this other girl was telling him. He's actually dating that other girl right now that told him that. So I don't know if she just liked him and was saying that just to say that, or what, you know what I mean? But anyways, people were telling him he shouldn't get with her or like be with her. So he said, can we just start talking? I'm not ready to date and you're going to high school and I'm not. So she's like, okay, yeah, that's reasonable. And then that's like all that had happened so far. And I told my friend that, and I didn't know I wasn't supposed to tell anyone, but at the same time, you should know that. Like, I should have known that, like, she didn't want me telling anyone about her personal, you know what I mean? Like, I shouldn't have said anything. And I told her, like, I told my friend, I was like, oh yeah, I told so and so, like, I'm gonna be open to you. I told her, and she was like really mad at me, but she you could tell she wanted to cry, and it ate me up inside that I did that. And I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm a horrible friend. Like, that's literally all I could think about, was I'm such a horrible friend. And she texted me later, she sent me like a long paragraph, and she's like, yeah, I want to get past this, but I want you to know I don't want you doing that ever again. Like, that was such a horrible thing. Like, it made me really sad and disappointed in you that you could do that to me. And I was like, I completely understand, I'll never do that again. She's like, it makes me think, like, who else would you tell? And I said, oh, I haven't told anyone anything else. I shouldn't have said that, it's your business, not mine. And I had sent like a whole thing. We're good now, but I'm so surprised. Like, she also forgives people really easily, which is, don't do that. Don't, like, she forgave me really easily, but we talked about it. Like, me and her talked about it, saying like, oh yeah, it was like, I knew I was, like, she's like, thank you for like recognizing that. And like, we had a conversation, you know, like, we had a conversation. That's good for friendships. I'm so lucky that she's my friend. Like, I would literally die if we weren't friends anymore. Next year, you know, I'll be going to different schools because she's owing me. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep every night. I'll miss her. Yeah. But that's what you say. You forgive. You don't forget. You forgive. And you talk about it. And you move forward. That's how friendships, in my opinion, work. It depends also. Like what I did, I feel like it was forgivable. But also, like, I would understand if someone would hate me. I try not to get mad at my friends too much. Like, when I was younger, I was a drama queen. If we're being honest, still. I would always be like, oh my god, they're such a horrible friend. Why would they do this to me? And I would try to make a whole big deal out of stuff. You know? Because I liked attention. And I'm still kind of an attention whore, but I was worse back then. And so I started like forgiving people, because I would want people to forgive me, so why wouldn't I forgive them? So that's what I started doing, which I'm trying to like not do that for some people, but then do it for other people. Like, it depends. Like, if you're like a really good friend and it was a mistake, I understand. But if you go and make rumors about me, that's different. That's different, you know? Okay. I feel like this makeup isn't bad. Now I look at it. I just have really dry skin, which makes my base always look cakey. Should I put my hair in a clip? Should I have a purple one? Yes, the mark. So, oh, I look bald. So yeah, that's story times. Oh, it's been like an hour. I've just been talking and talking and talking. Yeah, sorry, I keep seeing people out my window. I might make another YouTube video today. Just post 2. See if either of them get any views. But anyways, if I do post a second video, go check that one out. Hopefully I post again soon. But I probably won't because I only talk to my camera when no one's home because I don't want to look schizophrenic. That's the word, right? Anyways, so see you later. Bye.